What if everything you thought you knew about the night sky was wrong? Imagine looking up, past the moon, into the deep, dark blackness. You search for the familiar twinkle of stars, the distant suns, the lights that guided travelers, the lights that inspired dreamers for all of human history. But you find nothing. There is only darkness, an endless, unbroken void. In this universe, there is only one star, our star, the sun. This is a journey into a cosmos that is profoundly different, a place of ultimate solitude. If you enjoy this kind of topic, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest video. Let's begin our journey. The most immediate and obvious change would be the nature of our night. When the sun sets on this lonely Earth, it would not give way to a tapestry of twinkling stars. There would be no constellations to map, no Polaris to guide lost sailors. The night sky would be a perfect, impenetrable blackness, broken only by the pale, reflected light of our moon and the faint glow of other planets. It would be a profound and unsettling darkness, a void that offers no comfort, no sense of distance or scale. For millennia, we have looked to the stars for meaning, our myths, our religions, and our earliest attempts at science. Without them, the night would become a symbol of nothingness, a terrifying reminder of our absolute isolation. For millennia, the night sky was humanity's first and greatest map. From Polynesian wayfinders reading the star paths between islands, to desert caravans charting their course across seas of sand, our ancestors learned to trust the celestial clockwork above. This knowledge was a sacred inheritance. In the northern hemisphere, one star became legendary, Polaris. Its steadfast position, a direct result of its alignment with Earth's rotational axis, made it the ultimate anchor point, a silent, unwavering compass for countless travelers. Now, imagine all of that gone. In a universe with only our sun, night would bring an absolute, featureless black. No constellations, no Milky Way, no Polaris. Celestial navigation would be impossible. The vast oceans would become truly trackless wastes once land slipped below the horizon, a terrifying empty void. You could use a magnetic compass, of course, but it's a flawed tool. Its needle can be deceived by subterranean iron deposits or thrown into chaos by solar storms. Without the stars to check and correct its readings, a small error on a long voyage could compound into a fatal deviation, leading ships to ruin. The stars were the universal constant that made our world feel connected. Their absence would make long-distance travel a perilous gamble. The great age of exploration might have stalled before it began. Cultures would remain isolated, the world feeling infinitely larger, its distant corners forever shrouded in mystery. And it's not just humanity that would be lost. Countless species, from migratory birds to sea turtles, have evolved to navigate by the stars. Their ancient pathways would be erased, disrupting ecosystems on a global scale. The loss of the stars would sever our connection to the cosmos, leaving us adrift not just on our oceans, but in a profound existential darkness, left to find our own way on a lonely planet. Our sun is part of a grand, swirling city of stars called the Milky Way galaxy. It contains hundreds of billions of other suns, each potentially with its own family of planets. If the sun were the only star, the Milky Way galaxy would simply not exist. This means our solar system would be floating alone in unimaginable emptiness. The concept of a galaxy would be meaningless. Astronomers would have no grand structures to study, no swirling arms, no brilliant core. We would never discover the beautiful spiral shapes of galaxies like Andromeda. In a universe with only one star, we would be the absolute center of everything, a status both magnificent and terrifyingly lonely. There would be nothing else. Every star you see in the night sky is a time machine. Because light takes time to travel across the vast distances of space, when we look at a star, we are seeing it as it was in the past. It's a postcard from a bygone era. And for the most distant stars, the sender may have vanished long ago. The light from Proxima Centauri, our nearest stellar neighbor, takes over 4 years to reach us. We see it as it was during the last presidential election. Even our closest neighbor is a snapshot of the past. The light from the stars in the Andromeda galaxy has been traveling for 2.5 million years. When that light began its journey, our earliest human ancestors were first walking the Earth. We are seeing a different geological epoch. Starlight is a book written in the language of the past, a library of cosmic history. If the sun were the only star, that entire library would be lost. The book of the universe would be blank, with no constellations to guide us. no myths written in the sky. We would never learn about the glorious birth of stars and vibrant nebulae, or trace their long, complex life cycles. The universe would appear static and unchanging. The elements that make up our bodies, the calcium in our bones, the iron in our blood, were forged in the hearts of long-dead stars. Without their light to tell us this story, we would be cosmic orphans, forever ignorant of our stellar parentage. We are stardust, but we would never know it. Without starlight, we would lose spectroscopy, our master key to the cosmos. It's how we discovered the universe is expanding. Without it, the evidence for the Big Bang, our entire cosmic creation story, would vanish. We would be living in a static, silent universe, adrift in an eternal present with no discernible past and no predictable future, our curiosity confined to a single star in an endless, featureless void. While our own solar system would still have its planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, the outer planets. But we would have no way of knowing if planets outside our solar system existed. The discovery of thousands of exoplanets would be impossible. Our search for life would be confined to the worlds within our own system, Mars, Europa, Titan, no distant Earths to hope for. The hope of distant biospheres would be extinguished. The universe would feel empty of possibilities. The universe is a dynamic and violent place filled with exotic remnants of dead stars, white dwarfs, neutron stars, pulsars, black holes. Our sun is not massive enough to become a black hole or a neutron star. In about 5 billion years, it will swell into a red giant, then fade to a white dwarf. Without other massive stars, we would never see the supernovae that create neutron stars and black holes. That would leave a massive hole in our knowledge. No laboratories for extreme physics, no gravitational wave sources to hear. The lone white dwarf will cool over trillions of years. The universe reduced to a slow, silent fading. No other sources of energy. No cosmic fireworks. The true and final end. Gravity is the architect of the universe. It pulls matter together to form stars, planets, and galaxies. On a grand scale, the universe is a dance of gravitational forces, galaxies merging, clusters forming a cosmic web. In a universe with only one star, that dance would never begin. The larger scale effects of gravity would be absent. We would never discover gravitational lensing or detect gravitational waves, two pillars of modern astrophysics. These phenomena confirm general relativity and let us map dark matter. Without them, the universe's invisible scaffolding remains hidden. Our understanding of gravity would be local, how apples fall, how planets orbit, but incomplete about the cosmos. We would be people living on a calm pond with no knowledge of the ocean beyond the horizon. The grandest manifestations of gravity would be forever unknown. In the end, living in a universe with only one star would be like being stranded on a cosmic island, adrift in an infinite, featureless ocean of black. For millennia, stars have been our guides for navigation and myth. But here, there are no other lights, no distant shores to dream of. We would be utterly and completely alone. This profound isolation would fundamentally shape our science, our culture, and our philosophy. Our stories wouldn't be filled with epic journeys to other star systems, and our philosophers would grapple not with our place among the cosmos, but with the staggering reality of our absolute solitude. The great driving question, what else is out there, would be met with a stark, definitive answer: nothing. The foundational pillars of modern cosmology, the redshift of distant galaxies, the cosmic microwave background would be entirely absent, leaving our cosmic origins an unwritten mystery. Once we had mapped our own planets and moons, the grand quest for exploration would halt abruptly. Our probes, reaching the heliopause, would find no new frontiers, simply drifting into an eternal, starless abyss at the edge of our neighborhood. Our scientific focus would inevitably turn inward. We might perfect chemistry and biology, unlocking every secret of our home world. But cosmology, the study of the whole universe, would be a barren field, a library of knowledge with a vast, empty section. Perhaps this certainty would inspire us to cherish Earth with a fierce devotion, our only sanctuary in an empty eternity. Or, the crushing weight of that solitude could lead to a profound despair, a sense that our existence is ultimately meaningless. Would we see ourselves as a miracle, the sole spark of consciousness in all of existence? Or would we be perpetually haunted by an inescapable cosmic loneliness? This question would define our art and our religions. So the next time you look up, take a moment. Be thankful we live in a universe full of light, mystery, and endless possibility. Those stars are our connection to the cosmos. Look at the thousands of points of light, each a distant sun, each a potential home for other worlds. They are our connection to the vastness of space and time, proof that we are part of something immense and ancient. They are the lights that keep the endless darkness at bay. Imagine just for a moment if they were all gone. And be thankful that we live in a universe that is full of stars. If you enjoyed this thought-provoking discussion, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest video. Thanks for watching and engaging with us. See you on our next journey.